Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very easy keto meal recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make very easy keto chicken roll-ups. This is another one of those recipes that looks like you spent a lot of time on it, but in reality, you just rolled it up together in a couple of minutes. And once you learn how to make the basics of these chicken roll-ups, you can put any filling you want in them. They're so versatile, they'll taste different every time you make them if you want them to. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos, at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while we do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Lightly grease a 3-quart casserole dish with a little bit of oil or some cooking spray, then set it aside for a minute. Take 1 full boneless, skinless chicken breast, that's about 1.5 pounds or so, and cut it into 2 separate breasts. Then cut each breast into 3 very thin fillets, so you're going to have a total of 6 thin fillets. It's easiest to cut these thin if the breasts are still a little bit partially frozen. You want them mostly thawed, like 90% thawed. But in order to really get them an even thickness all the way down, it is easiest to cut them when they're partially frozen. Once you have your fillets, use a sharp knife and cut each fillet several times with very, very small slits. You don't want to cut these all the way through. You just want to kind of take your knife and tap some little tiny slits all over each one of the fillets. This is just going to help your chicken roll once it's stuffed and all rolled up. It's going to help it to vent better so that you can get a good even cook all the way through. Sprinkle each fillet with a little bit of salt and pepper to your taste. Then divide 100 grams or around 4 ounces of cream cheese between each one of the fillets. It's roughly about a tablespoon, give or take a little bit of cream cheese on each fillet. Doesn't have to be an exact amount. You're basically just wanting enough cream cheese on each fillet to cover the top of it. So spread the cream cheese in a thin, even layer over the top of each one of the fillets. Make sure when you are spreading this, you just leave a little bit of room around the edges of the fillets. That way when you go to roll up your chicken roll, your stuffing doesn't ooze out the sides. Take 100 grams or around 1 cup of the shredded cheese of your choice and sprinkle it evenly over the top of the cream cheese that's on each one of the fillets. It's roughly around 2 to 3 tablespoons of the shredded cheese on each fillet. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. You're just wanting enough cheese just to cover a light layer of the cream cheese. I'm using shredded mozzarella cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. Once you have the cheese on your fillets, sprinkle the tops of the cheese with a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, and some dry oregano just to give your fillets a little bit of a flavor. You can change or adjust the dry seasonings to your personal taste. If desired, you can top the cheese with some baby spinach or some green leaves of your choice. I'm just leaving mine just as is. Whatever you are filling your chicken rolls with, make sure you leave a little bit of space around the edges so that your filling doesn't ooze out the sides. Place half of a slice of tomato towards the upper top of each chicken fillet. Make sure that your tomato slice is pretty close to the width of your fillet. You don't want it hanging over the sides of your fillet. You want it to nestle in the top of your chicken fillet there. Grasp the top edge of one of the chicken fillets and roll the fillet evenly over the tomato slice. Then roll it over one more time so that all the filling is evenly sealed inside the roll. Place the rolled chicken seam side down into your prepared casserole dish. Then repeat the filling and rolling process until all the fillets are filled and rolled and placed into your casserole dish. When you are placing the rolls in your casserole dish, make sure you keep them side by side. There doesn't really have to be much space or anything in between them, just side by side in your dish. Then set your dish aside for just a minute. In a small bowl, combine 50 grams or around 3.5 tablespoons of mayonnaise and 20 grams or about 1 tablespoon of keto mustard. Whisk these together until they're fully combined and smooth. Brush the mixture evenly over the top of the chicken rolls that are in your casserole dish. Place the rolls in your preheated oven. Bake at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through. The internal temperature should be around 160, 165 degrees, somewhere around in there. Once the chicken rolls are done cooking, remove them from the oven. Then sprinkle around 200 grams or about 2 cups of the shredded cheese of your choice evenly over the top of the chicken rolls. I again am using shredded mozzarella cheese, but you again can use whatever shredded cheese you want. Just make sure it's in an even layer across your chicken rolls. If you want to, you can top the cheese with a little bit of dry parsley or dry oregano or some chopped green onions, whatever you want to put on top of the cheese. If you want to put anything, you can leave it just as is if you don't want to put anything on top of it. Then place the chicken rolls back into your oven and bake again at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes or until the cheese is fully melted and slightly bubbly. After about 15 minutes, remove the chicken rolls from your oven and allow them to sit in the pan for about 3 to 5 minutes so they can slightly cool a little bit. That way you don't burn yourself when you try to remove them from the pan, and this will help the filling and everything sit in really well. After the chicken rolls have sat for a few minutes, remove your desired amount from the pan and place them on a serving plate of your choice. You serve these warm. You can serve them alone or with the side dishes of your choice. Alrighty, we have here my pretty little chicken roll up. I don't know if you can see that I cut it open so you can kind of see the inside, see the tomato and the cream cheese and the mozzarella cheese layer. You see the oregano, the parsley, all that good stuff that's sprinkled all over it. Doesn't that look yummy, yummy, yummy? See that? Looks yummy, smells yummy. Let's taste this. Let's get some that's got the cheese on it. Yes, that's very yummy. And the sauce, it doesn't have a strong mustard taste, just to let you know. I am not a huge fan of mustard, but just that little hint of mustard mixed with the mayonnaise gives a really good, nice little blend, a hint of a tang to it. So it's really good, really, really good. And you can always stuff these with whatever you want. You can even change out the sauce and put whatever sauce you want in this. So you can do anything you want with these roll-ups. Very good. Another thumbs up for me. You can eat these immediately. If you do have any leftovers, allow them to cool completely, then store them in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 3 days. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.